And we are back with Mega Man 10 in our AnnREVERSEary 35th. Lots of numbers. We're playing video game. We're going to play Mega Man 10. We are also going to adjust the volume. Kindly tell me how the volume is with our talking. Everybody talk blah 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 blah.
Hello.
Pineapple sandwiches.
It's Mega Man 10.
Yeah.
We should add all the numbers of the Mega Man games together and see if they add to 35.
how is our volume level relative to the game audio, folks? It's good. It's good. It's good. It needs to be. What needs to be a little quieter? The game. Okay, we've made the game a little bit quieter. The game. Okay, let's watch this intro cutscene.
I'm home.
People further away are just a smidge quiet. Well, we'll shout. Game's not... Oh, thank you. Game's not on screen.
It's the game.
the visuals are too quiet.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh no. Roll came down with Robo-Enza.
Wait, what's Robo-Enza?
Who knows?
Yeah. They explained it in the other Mega Mans, I'm sure.
Yeah. I told you there's always something that goes wrong when I'm at the helm, and let's watch the title card for all of Mega Man 10. 20 XDX. That should really be the first thing that you see, you know. A new robot illness, Robo-Enza, has begun to spread rapidly around and around and around and aroundo the world, causing robots to malfunction.
It's the Maverick virus all over again.
I know.
Before that happened.
And that's one disappointment about this game, is that there's no link to the Sigma virus. Yeah. Many humans find it impossible to complete most tasks without their robot helpers.
Accurate.
Yeah. And without robot assistance, no one can open a can. Develop a proper cure. Alexa, develop a cure for Robo-Enza.
I'm sorry. I'm taking a sick day.
I was just going to make the same joke.
A month following the outbreak, the situation worsens.
The sky turns orange.
And so do the buildings. It's very confusing about where to fly and drive and climb walls and...
Help!
That's the sound I make when I get really tired and I'm running out of energy. Listen for that later in the marathon.
Have another bagel.
One of those infected robots went crazy and attacked me. Look at this bump on my head. I've spent the last few days studying this Robo-Enza.
You totally didn't just put that there for show.
But even my genius was unable to find the cure.
Well, what are we looking at then? Why does this look exactly like the cure that comes up later?
It's just the conceptual sketch that he drew. If I had a cure, this is what it would look like. Okay, so canonically, he developed one machine that was stolen by one of those demented robots. So we are looking for the one robot with the one machine.
So we're gonna
I cannot help but emphasize this every time I play this game in front of an audience.
Well, what I don't
get my medicine-making machine singular back.
What I don't get is, one, how do you not be able to develop a cure without robots? And then how do you make a machine to do that for you?
Don't think too hard. It's video games.
You're thinking too hard.
That's you. You're Mega Man.
Oh, I'm Mega Man now? Roll at all the other robots!
Magnificent. A+ Oscar material right there. Here's the other thing that gets me about this game.
Proto Man!
That's not the voice acting I was expecting when I pointed to you, but
it's pretty close. I'd appreciate any help, Proto Man.
Yes, I'd appreciate any help, Proto Man, which to me says either we are playing this together, X8 style, where you can swap off characters during the stage, or at the critical point later in the game, when Mega Man goes down for the count, Proto Man takes over, and you play as Proto Man for at least the first stage of the fortress. That's what I wanted out of this game. So, we have already, I have already gone in and done a little bit of prep work. So we have the energy balancer to start with. And an E-tank and a W-tank, because we're totally going to need that in this game. I just beat the last one, so you can start.
Good.
So, where are we going first?
We're doing the corners first.
The corners first, as usual.
This is my favorite stage select screen in the series.
Purple Banana Man.
Also one of my favorite Robot Masters, but I'm apparently not joined today.
Don't get me wrong. I love Blade Man. I just don't like Blade Man.
I like some of the concept art for Blade Man more than his final design, which, you know, I could...
Well, that is the way that I feel about all of the Robot Masters in 10, is I like, or at least don't mind, their official art, but the way they were translated into 8-bit style sprites leaves a lot to be desired for me. You got treble boost, but you don't probably need bolts.
Yeah.
Although, watch us get to the final boss and run out of E-tanks and just game over. You don't need these. Remember, you're playing on easy mode. Let's take every advantage we got.
Yep. Yeah, for those who are curious, we are playing on easy with base because, again, we're trying to give like a general tour of the Mega Man games without...
Yeah, we this is going to take all day, but we don't want it to take all day.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I have added Mega Man 10 to this roster out of obligation, not because I want to play this game, because
we peer pressured him into it.
Yes. Every time I play this game, I like it less, to the point where it's gone from one of my least favorite Mega Man games to one of the only Mega Man games I outright dislike. So we are playing as base on easy mode to get through this as quickly as possible, short of actually doing a speed run. So you will get to see it, and also, I don't know many people who've actually done recorded playthroughs on easy mode and or as base. Smart.
Nice.
I have some experience with base.
Because, you know, we have nothing to prove. We know we can play these games, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know I can play these games. So it's not a question of, can we even beat this in the first place? Yes, we can. But just trying to do something a little bit different and novel for the audience, and also trying to keep ourselves moving so that we never get caught up or stuck anywhere or frustrated, because this game has a tendency to really frustrate me, which is also why we're doing it in reverse order, so that we get all the longest ones and the most frustrating ones out of the way first, so we can just really enjoy the second half of the marathon when we start to get tired and can just rely on muscle memory instead of really needing to try as hard.
He throws so many blades on hard mode. It's awful.
Blade Man is my favorite fight on hard mode. In fact, I love all the Robot Masters on hard mode. I'm a little bummed that we're not doing that, but...
The dash makes such a difference here.
Yeah.
And also being able to aim at him, that helps a lot.
Smoothest
Nicely
Blade
done.
Man fight
Nicely
ever.
done.
I took so much damage.
Alright, and now I have to play as base, which I don't have very much practice with. I'm way used to playing as Mega Man, so... I'm going to forget tons of utility, but we're still going to end up playing the game.
Yep.
So, here we go!
I did have something I was going to say. I've completely forgotten what it is now. Oh, well.
Get it, you don't like
yeah,
Mega Man 10.
the art. I'm going to try not to complain too much. I know it's very easy for me to complain about 10, but I don't want to.
Can we go to the shop? We have everything we need?
We have everything we need.
Okay.
We'll
who do we go to next?
The corner, Sheep Man.
Oh, that's right.
Hang on.
Wait. Stop.
Oh, I know.
Nitro Man.
Yeah.
Good.
Good thing that we...
Sorry.
Oh, I have it memorized, don't you worry. I was playing coy.
Okay, cancel this.
You got it.
How do we get out?
Right side.
Gotcha. Okay. Nitro Man. Here we go.
Alright, time for the easiest Nitro Man
that ever Nitro. Watch me screw this up somehow.
If you dash
after I did so well in Mega Man 11.
They make a stupid number of changes in easy mode that, like, these things are slower. Sniper Joe's, what are these called? New Machine Gun Joe's?
Returning Machine Gun
Joe's.
I think that's it.
Right. By the way, I'm probably not very obvious when they're coming towards you, but you can outdash.
Treble boost up into the sky.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Bypass this whole thing.
Why not?
That's not treble boost. So there's 2 sections of this.
Oh, that was completely worth it.
Jeez.
There's 2 sections of this where the buses, the vehicles come from behind you. On easy mode, you can outdash them. Maybe not outdash them, you can dash at the same speed as those things come at you. Which also means you save no time by riding on them. So
That's
yeah,
true. I guess
this.
dashing would make this even faster. This is just so silly.
Treble.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, we saved no time at all.
No trouble at all. And I realized much later that you actually can deactivate the buses briefly by hitting those buttons up top, the little circles.
Right. Which we can do as base.
Youch.
No, you can't shoot through walls.
Oh, you're right. Well, we can still do it as base with treble boost and not have to go up there.
Yeah.
And we can ride. It's a nice leisurely
As long as we don't get spiked at the end.
jump down. Yeah. On hard mode, those things are 2 or 3 times as fast.
But yeah, also the reason why we're playing as base is the only time I've ever had fun at this game.
So I feel like Mega Man 10 is a game that...
Okay, even though we may not need a lot of E-Tanks, let's at least get the easy bolts, please.
Sure. I'll get this W-Tank.
I think you're safe to fully jump there. I feel like Mega Man 10 is the first one that was experimenting with all these difficulty settings, and they went at it in a...
But it wasn't!
No?
Powered Up came before.
Oh, okay, first mainline?
And also Mega Man 2.
Mm-hmm. Mega Man 2 was thrown in after the fact, right?
But that's still... normal mode still feels like a perfectly viable way of playing the game.
I don't think it was intended to.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't intended to be like the Japanese version was just what we have as difficult mode here in the States. But normal mode still feels like a complete video game. It feels like this is the way it was intended to be designed. If you don't know any better.
And my point is that is a happy accident more than anything, right?
I don't know. I think they were very smart about what they chose to change. So that it was really just,
Do you know why the enemies have different attack patterns on hard?
Do you have an answer for
yes,
that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's because they die in one hit on easy. Sorry, normal. There's no room for them to do their second attack.
But it still works.
Yeah, it does, because none of the enemy placements have changed. They just take twice as much damage, which is actually surprisingly impactful. My point was going to be... Woohoo, we did it!
I did it!
My point was going to be 10 is the first one where they set out to do different difficulty modes in the beginning, at least to this extent. Easy, normal, hard. And that means they took a sliding scale, they slid it 3 different places for basically every room and every enemy in the game. And that's something that works in principle, but I don't think they playtested it enough to realize that easy is a completely different game and a completely non-Mega Man game, and one that you can finish without much satisfaction. And hard is swinging in completely the other direction. All the changes that they have made do not, mesh so well together.
Cheap Man?
Cheap Man next.
Cheap Man. As to give you a good experience. It's just a frustrating one. Even on my most optimistic of days when I come into Mega Man 10 wanting a challenge and choose hard mode, I regret it in the first 3 minutes.
And yes, you're right, Mega Man 9 did have multiple difficulty modes. They were DLC, though, so I don't count them as part of the main experience.
Which is also why I haven't had that much practice with bass, because I actually didn't even download the DLC for Mega Man 10 until maybe a year and a half after the game came out.
Oh, they change everything between the difficulty modes. I believe these sheet blocks are also not exempt. At the very least, different... where different items are placed definitely changes. And that was the safety net, but that's okay. We can dash jump.
Who needs a safety net? Well,
yeah, when we can get
who needs a map?
Dash jumping is a little trickier here.
Oh,
actually, I can keep doing that.
Please move towards treble.
Yes.
Every stage has a Yashichi, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, at least 1 or 2, I think.
What I was going to say earlier about the boss designs...
Triple Blade invalidates this boss, I would suggest it.
But also...
That works too.
You can actually get a lot more sparks out of this on easy mode. Up to 6, I think. So we can try that the next time we see this boss.
We're never going to see this boss again.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's it.
Yeah, the boss designs. So they look good on paper, full-on artwork, official artwork, but I feel like one of the core problems of this game is that it's not designed with the 8-bit limitations in mind, that this really should have been a 16-bit style game.
I don't mind that it's an 8-bit style game. that's where I feel most comfortable with Mega Man.
Oh wow, so much for me collecting the balls.
But you know?
But the boss designs feel like they were crunched to get into here. They don't feel like they were intended for 8-bit the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep. I meant to do that.
I think Mega Man 10 was a strong conceptual game that maybe didn't hold together in practice quite as well as something like Mega Man 9. Part of it might have been ambition, part of it might have been direction, or, you know, because one of the things I love most about Mega Man 10 is how visually consistent everything is.
Oh, and I didn't buy the spike guard either. My fault. Switching off to Phusion.
So Sword HMX says, arguably the best stage theme in all of Mega Man. I don't know if it's the best stage theme in all of Mega Man, but it's my favorite one in the later half of the series.
Ha ha ha. I left you with nothing. Oh, oh yeah, we can do that too. Yeah, we can do that too.
Although, Sheepman is my favorite Robot Master, and he's also the one who reminds me most of myself. So,
if that wasn't clear from our title card.
Yeah.
And that, if it also wasn't clear, Fuseman is probably in contention for one of my favorite Robot Masters.
We're gonna have to wait a long time until we can see Flashman.
Do you want to switch back to a weapon you can fire?
No. See? I can fire.
Oh, okay.
We're basically playing.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized that. Yeah.
Okay. Can't do this with reckless abandon.
You could do it with, like, moderate abandon if you like.
Yeah, now I need triple blade.
Nice shot.
No, it wasn't. I hold myself to a higher standard. Do we want the Yoshichi and E-Tank?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Why not?
Alright.
Always.
Sorry for any heart attacks.
Oh, don't worry.
Actually, just get the Yoshichi. No, get the E-Tank.
Yeah, get the E-Tank. Actually, I don't need the Yoshichi, but one of my...
Yeah, because we're almost at the end now. Yes, but you saw it here first. I died on easy mode. That's the level of quality you can expect today.
If it makes anyone feel better out there, especially you, Nathaniel, you also died immediately at the beginning of Blockman.
To be fair, that was intentional.
Was it?
That's what I'm telling everybody.
So are the spikes in this stage.
Yeah,
right?
no, that was intentional, because I had to go get a bagel.
It's true, that's right. We had time for Bagel Man, but not Blockman.
Unfortunately, I messed up because I had been planning on throwing myself into that hole the whole time, but I wanted it to be more dramatic than it actually was. Because I wanted to get hit by the block falling on my head and press down into the pit. Mm-hmm. But I didn't practice that enough, you see.
Nice!
These bosses are boring to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I only enjoy fighting the bosses on hard mode. And I enjoy nothing else on hard mode, except for the principle of it. Like, being able to beat it for the first time and say, suck it to the developer. I'm sorry, was that language?
It was language. There were words, speech from a language of the world.
And just say, yeah, I got past all the evil things you threw at me, just for the sake of being evil. Like, maybe there's something to that. Also, you get an achievement. But hard mode bosses actually spend so much time.
I think Solar Man, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So, Flash, one of your complaints about Mega Man 10
far right side
is how much time the bosses spend out of your reach of your Buster or Invincible. And in hard mode, they actually spend significantly less time doing that.
Yeah.
Because their attacks are faster, and then they have the super special secret attack that leaves them very vulnerable in many instances. So the boss fights go faster. You have so many more opportunities to wheel cutter. We can wheel cutter past this. So many more opportunities.
Oh, we can wheel cutter past this.
Yeah, but I'm playing the game.
So many more opportunities to do damage to the bosses, and they are not. You have quite a bit of room for error for them. It's not like frame perfect, pixel perfect dodging for those bosses. So I have a very good time with them when I know their patterns. But on easy, on normal, yeah, they're pretty frustrating.
We can just dash over these.
We could, but
am I the only
fun in that?
Am I the only one who's comfortable with dash jumping?
No, I can dash jump.
I am, but if I'm going to dash jump, I prefer to have a dedicated dash button for that purpose.
Okay.
Because then switching from down and jump to over... Oh, you can just stand underneath them and fire at them.
True. Let's do that.
Well, see, what I do is when I slide or dash, usually I just hold down and over to begin with. Woo!
What if we didn't take damage? What if we just didn't do that?
So we're going to be seeing this boss later in Mega Man 2. Just half of him.
You know what it is for me that makes base more difficult than Mega Man?
Just stand underneath.
No, he refuses.
There we go.
Is it the fact that you can't move and fire at the same time?
That's definitely
Oh, Ace, I feel the pain.
It's another one of my favorite themes. We might as well.
Might as well.
Why not?
Like this whole section on easy mode, without the risk of falling into these pits. Yeah, okay, there is some degree of challenge here, but you can really just mash. You tank damage.
There was also really no point to those platforms because you're almost certainly going to be getting hit into the lava pits, which don't kill you immediately if you're invincible. Well, that is actually still a bit of a challenge on easy mode.
Alright. All these places I could have been using wheel cutter.
And not.
didn't.
This is the whole reason we went to Nitro Man first.
That's the reason?
It was one of them. One thing that, you know, totally reasonable but does get me about base is the whole enemies that you were meant to take out in one shot, you can't. Like, those missiles become a huge problem for base.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how you handle this without water!
Probably the way I've been handling everything so far. Poorly.
Making him powerful. Yeah, just stand there and mash. I hold the button. You'll outdamage him easy.
I like jumping over him and hitting him downward at an angle. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing about easy mode in this game. They give you so many advantages. One of them is you take no damage from anything. So it's, you know, that specifically might not be so bothersome to me, but a bunch of other things that they do just make this a lot less satisfying as a game mode or as an
Alright, come on,
achievement.
Solar Man, I'm done with you.
Yeah, see, no E-Tank necessary.
Someone take this infernal thing away from me. I don't like Mega Man. Why am I here?
Yeah, we are in a very infernal place.
Very informal, infernal place. Where do we want to go next?
The corners.
Yeah, it's one of the corners, surely.
So this, what was this, third?
Thank you, moderator.
I think we go top middle.
We just did...
Did we? Then
I
bottom
think
middle.
this was top middle, right?
Then we go
So
bottom
it's bottom
middle. That means if...
We positive?
Yes.
That means we get rush now, huh?
I think so?
Yep, we do.
Definitely positive? Strike Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're positive.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got rush. We've had him the whole game.
This is good because Strike Man is my least hated stage and boss out of... Well, I don't know about stage, but boss for sure.
Are you sure you want to say that as base? Well, I guess you've played through the game as base, so... Base makes the soccer ball sections.
Yeah, see, I just tried to dash jump there and it did not work.
Right. Hey, we get to celebrate the World Cup today. With our first mini-boss here. Oh, alright.
What?
We don't...
Oh, I thought I had canceled.
But you are on the weapon that looks exactly the same.
Nice jump.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice fall.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice catch.
You're welcome.
Yeah, just catch the ball with your face. Yeah, that's pretty solid. There we go. Now we're celebrating the World Cup.
Whoop! One of my favorite things about wheel cutter.
Wheel Cutter is one of
Don't
those
need it.
rare downgrades of a previous weapon archetype. I like that it exists, but it's way too slow to serve the purposes of Plug Ball or Search Snake.
Ah! I was trying to be sneaky. I'm like, wait, I'm farther over than I want to be. All right.
We sort of have to go down, not over. Promise you won't need those E-tanks. Well, okay, we cut it close last time. This is the best way to beat this boss.
Yes, really, truly.
When I'm as Mega Man, I just go onto the fist platform and triple blade 4 times. That's a good second best.
It's also another
Boink.
good song in Mega Man 10.
I actually really like all the music in Mega Man 10.
That's not how I wanted to do that.
And that's my thing about Mega Man 10. I love the aesthetics, I love the music, I love the concept of everything. And then I realized that when I'm playing through the stages, I'm not actually having that much fun.
Aww.
But that doesn't really matter so much for me because, again, I'm a very visually based person, so Mega Man 10 is still has enough to rank very highly in my list.
I hate this tiny little pause between the health bar being totally full.
I didn't hear you complain about that in Mega Man 11, which is full of those things.
But that little pause between the health bar filling up and actually getting the start, it
Nice.
it feels just too long. I'm like, go!
Yeah.
No, go! Okay, now we go.
I really do appreciate all of the music in Mega Man 10. The only track that just didn't resonate with me is Blade Man's theme. It just doesn't do it for me. I still like it, but it's
I
just
like
not the best.
Blade Man's theme a lot. Strike Man's theme, I think, might be one that I... No, I take that back. Chill Man's theme was the one that took me the longest to warm up to. There was low-hanging fruit there, guys.
No, that's alright. I'll make my own jokes.
Well, that was unintentional, but let's see, we're going straight
now
to...
we go to Chill Man.
Yeah, great. Am I warmed up now?
So Phusion has the controller now.
Correct.
Chill Man.
Oh, that's right. This is easy mode, so... We also have the easy weapon.
Good first dodge there.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Now I'm just making trouble for myself?
It's a winter wonderland. You just want it to be one with the snowman.
Yeah. That's Base's vibe. Frolic with the snowman.
There's a boat right there! Why do you hate the boat so much?
I'm hyper-fixating on speedrunning this.
You know what it is? I'm in Mega Man 11 mode still. It's like, bolts, who needs those? Ta-da!
Do you see me just not paying attention to anything except base? So yeah, got our E-tank for us.
I appreciate you, Phusion. Thank you.
So, Triple Blade actually allows you to bypass all invincibility frames. For normal enemies, it doesn't really, you can't really notice it. But for bosses, you can hit them up to 3 times in a row, 1 for each blade. The weird thing about Triple Blade is, especially at close range, 2 of those blades are going to hit on the same frame. So you actually only get 2 hits of damage on most bosses when you point blank them with Triple Blade.
Which is still way better.
It's nice. What you can do is double mash Triple Blade and get the 3
Good.
for 2 uses. I think you can backdash through the door if your timing's good enough.
My opinion of the music, I am overall disappointed with the music in this game, and I think part of it's because I don't like the game itself that much. We do have Solar Blaze.
No, we don't. This is faster. This is not faster.
Part of it's just my dislike for the game, but there have been plenty of games where I've really, really despised them, but I adore the soundtrack. So that's not necessarily
the end all.
Yeah, that's not the case here. I feel like it's missing something. Like it needs stronger percussion, or the tempo needs to be upbeat a little more. Because I've heard remixes of these. Like there's a Nitro Man remix by E-Tank that I love. And the tempo is just, like, feels a little bit faster. The instrument set, again, I think if this were in a 16-bit style, I feel like we'd have more, it fleshed out and more of an oomph to the music. But something here just feels a little bit anemic. The Fortress stages are better. I like the Fortress stage music. But yeah, just something about this never... I think I when I was first thinking about this game when I first played it, I was realizing that the note progression was generally like wobbling in place or kind of went downward, like there was a downward trend with a lot of the note progressions, whereas most other Mega Man games, it keeps building and gets higher and the notes keep going up, and even if it, janks around places, there's generally an upward trend so that right before you hit the loop point, it gets, like this triumphant, escalation. And here, I feel like it never really gets to that escalation point.
Just triple blading because I can. Why not?
Be happy with the bolts you're getting from Zapetroid.
Yeah.
Have we shown them the ability to knock shields off of shielded enemies?
I don't believe we
I don't
have.
think so.
We can. Well, you can't do that with Mets, but we can do it next time we see a sniper Joe or shield attacker.
I do.
Yeah,
Hello?
the Mets in this game stay under their helmets for as long as you fire.
Okay.
There's no getting around that. Which annoys me, actually. Getting the tank.
Let's,
Shoulder buttons, dude. Shoulder buttons.
Yeah. Treble, come on, dude. I know we're not that close, but the least you could do is be nice.
Yeah. Oh, no. that is actually a bunch of bolts, I think. Let's go back and shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not.
Ouch.
That was a good jump. I like that jump.
And one of the things that gets me about the level design intent, those are some bolts you can get.
And now this thing's gonna be scrolled back on. Just triple blade this
Just
enemy.
get the one. But the gimmicks in 10. Other Mega Man games have either a couple different gimmicks or they kind of save the gimmick for like the second half. This one, like, it is... Whatever the main gimmick is, they just drag it out the entire time. There's no break from the gimmick. It's just, this is what this stage is. So this stage is sandstorms. Nitro Man's stage is buses ramming you. And there's a little bit when you're not doing that, but that takes up, I feel like that takes up so much more of the stage than any of the other gimmicks from previous games do. And so if you don't like the gimmick, you're out of luck, because that's the whole stage.
I'd be fine with that kind of design if the gimmicks didn't take as long. We've got these sandstorms, which on normal mode take forever. On hard mode, they take double forever. The Nitro Man trucks, similar deal, except for the ones that you can ride on. But when they're coming against you, you have good luck fighting the flow of traffic. Blade Man, you gotta jump. Just Pump Man, the bubbles go slowly. And also they mess with your jumps when there's water falling on you.
Yeah, and I am not a patient gamer, so that really plays against how I like to play Mega Man, or any game, really. Talking about...
game for me, personally.
Someone's asking about Mega Man 11 in chat, of, do the gimmicks feel that way there? And no, because there is more of a... Even though there's large sections that use the same couple gimmicks, like Bounce Man is really the only one where that same gimmick goes throughout the whole level, which I think is also part of why, there's just no break from it. It's exhausting. But the other stages are really good about switching up their gimmicks than only having it for like a defined section or bringing it in to prep and then coming back later for it.
And when you have a lot more gimmicks per stage, you run less of a risk of choosing one that happens to be very long. It happens to take a lot of time, I mean.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about 11. 11 and most other Mega Man games do build on their gimmicks. 10 is sort of like, we've shown you immediately what this gimmick is, now let's just keep doing it. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
It's okay.
You're not here.
We're just trying to get through 10, right?
Yeah, we are just trying to get through 10.
We're pretty much almost done.
And then I'll fight Concrete Man for us in 9.
Gosh, if we could do this in under an hour...
Ooh.
Well, you'd be happy.
I also really like Pump Man's music, and I really like his weapon, Water Shield. I actually appreciate it a lot.
For the longest time, I thought Water Shield was the best balanced shield in the series. I think as I've used it more, I've found that it's a little bit difficult to use, and Flashman will tell you that it's because it leaves the most vulnerable parts of you, your back and your head, unprotected until the very end of the shield.
And the whole point of a shield is it's an emergency. I need shielding now. The way I play, anyhow. Right? And that
You can trouble.
Yeah, I can.
My other gripe with water shield, it's not a real gripe, but it's something that makes it more inconvenient than necessary, is how you can...
Wow, okay.
How the water bubbles are so close to each other that enemies eat up 2 at a time, while taking only 1 unit of damage. I always feel like I'm getting cheated out of my water shield energy.
I was trying to dash jump there too, and it didn't happen.
At least we got through before the pipe things came.
Okay, fine, I'll just tank it. I see there's some questions in chat. Could somebody who's not currently playing clue me in?
Let's see.
How do you tell what questions are?
We'll just read them, and if they're a question, read them out loud to me so we can all answer them.
So you already talked about the gimmicks in Mega Man 11.
Yep.
So, is it weird that I found Mega Man 10 easy?
No.
No, you're just good at the game.
Well, and it also depends on your playstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone in the world is going to find one Mega... Let me say that again. One Mega Man game
I know.
is going to be found easy by somebody. Like, that's just the nature of people statistics, and, you know, certain things click well with some brains better than others. And so it's totally natural that you might be really good or really like a game that the rest of us complain about. Or 2/3 of us complain about, or something. I don't even know if we have one game today where everybody in the room really despises.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's true. Thunderbolt is absolutely better. Actually, I haven't played Mega Man Maker with Thunderbolt, but it's better in Magmal for sure.
Yeah.
And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm going to go hit the shop, and then I'll hand the controller over to you, Phusion.
Okay.
There's something else I was going to say. Oh, we are not playing the Mega Man Killer stages because we are just playing the main games.
Yeah.
The Mega Man Killer stages would probably add 1/4 of the total runtime, if not half. I have a lot of trouble with them.
Karakato DZO is asking, would it be too early to give what you consider the gold standard of Robot Master stages and Wily stages? That's a tough question for me,
It's a really tough question. I think I'd have to see them and keep them in my short-term memory to make a judgment.
Oh, man.
You know what?
I think Wily 1 in Mega Man 3 is pretty well designed. It still has its faults, because they all do, but as for Robot Master stages, I have no idea which one I would consider the gold standard. There's so many of them, and a lot of them are really well designed.
I'm gonna go easy route and say I'm very aesthetic. I love Wily 1 in Mega Man 10.
Keep pressing buttons because you're talking and thinking. He's come down with the nice case of Robo Enzo himself. Now you will finally see the true genius of Dr. Wily.
It's much easier when you're voice acting and pressing at the same time.
Yes. Although that also was more of like a Doofenshmirtz direction. Not quite, but approaching.
Oh yes, this is another reason I like Mega Man 10. This.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, I love the lead up to the last stage.
Oh, that too. The first time I played it, I was like, "Is it ever going to stop? Hello, is it going to stop?"
That was such a good use of humor.
Very nice.
I like that. That's like a couch. That's like going, yeah. I am very disappointed that you can't use the special stage weapons with Bass or Proto Man. It's only Mega Man, and that they didn't change that for this release. Because we are playing on the Legacy Collection too on Steam.
I'm not sure if it would have been that easy to change. You'd probably have to go very deep into the code.
Maybe?
Somewhat deep into the code.
But I feel like there's probably just like a single flag of, are you Mega Man? No. Well, delete him. Are you Mega Man? Yes, don't delete him.
I love this song.
Making short work of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell I've had a lot of practice with Mega Man 10?
I can tell we're on easy mode.
No, they go down that fast in hard mode too.
Oh yeah.
Love this song. I might even love Wily 2's theme better.
I think I like all the Wily themes.
Okay, you can at least fight the Mega Man killers now. Yeah, I haven't explored... I actually hadn't touched... Oh, there we go. We got the shield flying off. I hadn't touched this collection until...
I'm glad we have the spike guard.
Yikes.
Yikes. Spikes. Fruit spike gum. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah, I hadn't even touched the Legacy Collection 2 until prepping for this marathon, so I haven't explored all of the bonus content yet.
Ah, that was 2 Yoshi-Chis, but I guess we can only get one of them.
None of the hits matter now.
Oh, wait. Ah, wrong way. Oh, no, never mind. This isn't what I thought it was. Thinking to the next stage. Alright, who are we fighting first? I mean, who are we not fighting first?
Nice canceling.
I can do better. There's going to be a point in time where I don't say that anymore, but I'm sort of disappointed in myself.
It'll be after Mega Man 1.
Oh, this is the only one that's a little tricky.
Oh, hello, The Real Stamen. Thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Let's see. Gold standard for Fortress stages.
Yeah, I'm interested to know your opinion.
I would really need to think about... part of it is it depends on the game. It depends what your moveset is and what special weapons you have at your...
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I was saying about 10's design, I think I was saying this off camera, 10 is designed with the mindset of being able to slide and charge. If you could slide and charge in this game, I really wouldn't have a problem with it as much as I do. I would be very fine with a lot of things. But that's sort of the level design mentality, is you have more mobility than you actually have. Which is why flying through here as base is great, because it feels more natural. This feels to me like how I should be playing this game.
Yeah.
But, so, this same design would work really well in, like, Mega Man 6, but in this game, it's, you know, this fortress stage is fine, I'm okay with that. But it really depends on what your situation is. So I can't just say, you know, inherently this is a good design. It's a good design in the context of this game. But,
I'm gonna be sure I got both of those shields.
I think what I'll probably do is when we get to a particular stage that I feel like is really well designed, I'll point that out. Because trying to be in the moment here watching and then thinking about 11 games worth, and that's just the mainline games, because I could also pull into the Game Boy games and Wily Wars and other places. But I think I'll just point some out when there's a particularly well designed level or one that I just really, really appreciate.
Wow, the speed strats here.
Good, good.
Oh, here's a fun trick. Hit him. Hit him.
That's the trick, just hit him.
If you hit a boss while it has invincibility... things get extra invincibility frames under Thunderbolt, but if you hit them again while Thunderbolt's going down, they'll take more damage from the Lightning Bolt. Which means you eat through a lot of Thunderbolt energy, because it uses a ton per shot.
Who wants to be base? Don't
tell me I've got this dang Roboenza too.
Yes, the Edgelord and his dang Roboenza.
Treble.
Ruff.
Ring. We gotta go teach that old cook. Oh, I thought he said cook this whole time. That old cook a lesson he won't soon forget.
Yes, base the Edgelord, that old cook.
Dang.
I'm gonna teach him how to make chili the right way. The last time it was a little bit... Just a little bit too bitter.
Okay, so I actually didn't get to go full circle on this because we weren't playing as Mega Man. But the cutscene, once you've finished beating all the 8 Robot Masters, says something to the effect of, "We have found all of the pieces of your machine that were scattered across all 8 of these bosses that we fought." Whereas the brief was, "Find the one boss who has your whole machine." And it's not a big deal, but it's like, you've got 20 lines of text in this whole game. You can't get your story straight.
Flash, I know you are also very much not a fan of how little attention was paid to the other 2 characters in terms of story. I actually see Mega Man 10 as, it was designed for Mega Man. Proto Man was thrown in there because they already did the work for Mega Man 9.
Yeah.
And the base is even more of an afterthought. So the fact that none of the cutscenes make sense for any of them besides Mega Man is...
Well, they don't even make sense for Mega Man.
That's true. They make even less sense for the others. But...
It's like, why is base on this?
What do I want to use here?
On this adventure.
Yeah, we never gave him motivation. He doesn't even get an intro cutscene. He's just DLC. So, in that light, I think the fact that they gave them unique cutscenes at all after Wily 1, for anyone who isn't Mega Man.
We're not just shooting them. We're not just standing underneath them and shooting them.
Right,
the one thing I've wanted you to do all day. Thank you. I know I'm a little demanding sometimes.
I feel like this is significantly slower than Water Shield. Yeah, so the fact that we're getting different cutscenes at all instead of having them taken out entirely, which is totally what previous games would have done. I don't know. I'm happy enough with them.
Alright, we gotta get past these Wesleys here.
My wife and another...
You can go through. Let's go. Move. Ah! Alright.
My wife, Inanothercatsle in chat there.
Yeah.
As I like to pronounce those, as we like to pronounce those names, Huggin' and Muggin'. But, to answer a question in chat, and I apologize if I'm not naming you by name and just saying someone in chat said, it's because there's so much information for me to be processing at once, but know that, you are being acknowledged. But yeah, someone in chat is asking about, hey, I pioneered this strategy. I demand royalties.
You pioneered it, but I mastered it.
Says the guy who got hit immediately.
I don't know what
This
you're
guy
talking
wasn't
about.
able to take it out in 2 rounds.
Yes, this will be archived on YouTube on my Flashman85 Live YouTube channel, and I'll also put it into a playlist on my Gemini Laser channel.
Oh no, we're about to...
Easy mode finally comes in clutch. But yeah, I'm stopping the local recording at the end of each of these games, and then restarting it, and hopefully I never forget any part of the process.
I recommend Triple Blade for Snowmen because Base Buster is bad.
Yes, and blow up all of the chill blocks that we need in the process.
I'll be careful.
We have platforms! Hey, Treble, we're gonna teach that old cook a lesson he won't soon forget. That is a nerve-wracking jump.
Without the platforms.
Without the platforms. Hey, we did it.
Yay.
Got in 1 round.
Okay.
Now no one else can get it!
I just don't trust these platforms. Or
I don't either.
These crushers, not these platforms.
Now, Phusion, you were saying they are on a global timer?
I believe so. So...
Which is why there's no predictability to these.
Yeah.
No!
You want me to...
In my hubris!
Actually, you can keep it if you want it.
You can keep it
I'll
if
give it
you
one more
want.
shot.
Yeah. We start here.
Oh,
yeah, this is the
alright.
problem with Wily 2. It's so long. There's no good place for a checkpoint.
But at least it was a very dynamic smoosh.
Yes.
You got to look cool while doing it. Yeah, and if you are on the screen...
You can dash across those without triggering them.
Cool.
If you make it onto the screen with those crushers right as one is in the middle, is supposed to be in the middle of going off, like coming down.
I like that you've ducked between the platforms. Nice form.
Thank you.
It will
Who
just
needs
not...
platforms?
It will that crusher will just not come down, which is why it can seem like the timing is super inconsistent. Because it is. Oh, do these chill blocks not come in after a respawn? No, they definitely have to.
Taking the bottom path this time.
But not the bottom-most path. The one that takes you into death.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we saved that one for the after party.
What you doing?
I'm gonna...
You gonna drop wheel cutters on it?
Yeah, yes!
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Do more.
Okay. Man, someone took that health. Who did that?
That jerk.
How can they be so inconsiderate? Please don't come down on me.
That's okay, you got some time.
Yeah, I do like the chill blocks as a gimmick. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I put them into Oh Joe's, a Proto Man adventure. Also, they were easier to program. But I really do like the gimmick.
Oh, wow, that was a lot braver than I would have been. This is my least favorite section of the whole stage. I don't like jumping on conveyor belts.
Oh, well, we have spike shields, so...
And I don't think we have an M-Tank, so this is good.
Yeah, M-Tanks shouldn't appear if you have one. So that's how we can tell. I actually really like that M-Tanks don't appear when you have one, so that you never get...
You missed it!
What did I miss?
You missed the best part of the game, jumping into the Wily logo.
You also missed a Yashichi.
Oh, we're okay. We're gonna be totally fine. Right?
My
Everyone's favorite boss.
My favorite way to beat this boss is...
Crab Puncher. Eee!
Take Triple Blade out, smash that bottom thing and then shoot up for the rest of the fight.
I am just gonna do what I know.
That is fair. That was such a perfect commando bomb. So this boss is weak to commando bomb and thunderwall, and if you look at it, it makes sense. But they're so hard to fight him with.
Come on.
Yeah, like this is one of the few boss fights in the game that I am okay with. It's not one of my favorites, but it is on par with some of my less favorite bosses in other Mega Man games.
Yeah.
Which is an improvement.
Yeah, which is all I ask is just don't be the worst. That's really all I ask. Next.
All right.
Ba-da-boom.
Sorry, my phone's going off. This is probably one of the best songs in Mega Man, period.
Oh, yeah?
This one's pretty good, yeah.
I like it.
I love
like I said, I
all
like
of
the
it.
music better as we get to the Fortress stage. This
Yeah.
feels more like what I expect from a Mega Man soundtrack. We don't actually need... Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
We could use some C-Bomb.
For a moment, I thought you said Seed Bomb from Pokemon, but... I really enjoy the first 3 themes of Mega Man 10. I think they are my favorite trio of Wily themes in the series.
Now, if I get crushed by one of these, am I going to trigger my Spike Guard and
You're
waste
gonna
it
die.
and then
Yeah,
die?
you
Yeah.
die.
Well, no, I know I'll die from crushing, but am I going to waste my Spike
I'm
Guard?
pretty sure you will.
I think so,
Because
yeah.
it's a collision-based thing. These are
Faster?
still
I'll find out.
What's interesting to me, and I think I kind of don't like it, is that Wily 3 in both Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 have very similar gimmicks. You're going up,
Yeep.
you have very little control over your motion, and it takes a long time.
I thought this was
What am
easy
I
mode.
doing? What am I
Treble,
doing?
treble. We have enough for just one.
Oh! That scared me.
We also have spike guards.
Yeah, you stay away from me, big floaty underwater man.
Look at this shrimp.
And now we're back to full. Yay! Face the edgelord.
This truly is the
Oh,
base.
good, they got rid of the obnoxious thing up here that...
I don't know what you're talking about. The game's still Mega Man 10. I kid. I like Mega Man 10.
That's my thing.
See, we're not Mega Man. You can't shoot through the wall.
It's a challenge now! Oh, that's right. Energy balancer. We got more C-Bomb, folks.
Mega Man 5 Wily 1 is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the stage designs in Mega Man 5, personally, are some of my favorite in the whole series. That doesn't necessarily mean that I think they're the gold standard for design,
Sure.
but I just like them. I think they're really fun.
Well, it's so hard also because I kind of learned about game design from Mega Man, and there's a lot of stuff that Mega Man does that isn't necessarily good game design per se,
Yeah.
but it still works and it's still fun.
I'm debating whether I should talk about the section we just passed and we'll never see again, because it's
Don't
sort
need
of
it.
not topical anymore.
Talk about it anyway.
I was gonna say I appreciate how the rooms after the first set of spikes are completely
Yeah, give me up.
symmetrical, so that it doesn't matter which way you dodge. It only matters that you dodged. It also tickles me that because they pull out all the stops on hard mode, they adjust the heights of those Mets.
Oh, the one that I didn't want to play.
You can't fall down. I think you'll be happy with that.
Yes, we are playing on easy mode. That's why we have those red platforms.
That's why everything is going super slowly.
Block Devil should stay on
I hope you
long
beat him in
enough.
one cycle.
It should stay long enough to
Just making sure I got my attack angle right.
Yeah.
be made short work of.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know,
there we go.
One cycle!
yeah, but it still got hit.
Despair.
I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? Thank you. Yeah, so hard man. That's Mega Man 3. Hard mode pulls out all the stops and adjusts those mets ever so slightly to fire shots again right before they go off screen. So you have extra dodging to do. That amuses me. It's annoying to play through, but it's fun that they did that.
I like this one. I do genuinely like this music a lot.
Yeah.
This is one that So, I'm an editor professionally, and I need music without lyrics to listen to get me through the workday. So I like video game music because that generally doesn't have lyrics. And putting things... there's 30-minute extensions, or hour extensions, or 10-hour extensions on YouTube, which are wonderful. Or I just put it into one of the looping utilities that you can find online and just loop the song indefinitely. But I have more than once thrown this onto 30-minute loop.
Who do we want me to take?
Top right.
Anyone you want.
You hate Sheep
That's
Man?
my boy.
And we can rebound strike
Yeah,
at
we
him
have
if you
rebound
want.
strike.
Oh, that's right. This is significantly more fun.
Good aim.
Thanks, I'm not trying. The secret is to just do anything.
Yeah.
The secret is to pray.
Nope, keep hanging on to it. Bottom left.
Yeah, you got 2. I love the Nitro Man fight with Shell Spike.
I love how Nitro Man comes in on the side. Through the side.
Yeah.
Wrong weapon.
Tool.
This is why I don't like easy mode.
He's too slow.
See?
Well, you can still freeze him and...
What's the fun in that? Okay, fine.
Yeah, but see, that only does 1 damage, and it's his weakness.
Yeah.
That's...
You have to be strategic about it. Where shall I go?
Top left.
You got it. Nope. Apparently we don't.
Use Commando Bomb.
Z-Saber, do you want to get on this easy mode action?
Commando Bomb.
Oh no.
Nope.
That was such a well-aimed Commando Bomb. You can actually get 2 hits in on Blade Man if... I think you have to be pretty much pixel
I think
perfect.
I just did 2 hits by complete accident.
Right. Yeah.
Just jumped right into that.
I think when he's on the wall, you have to be pixel perfect with that. I can't really get it consistently.
Bottom center.
You got it.
So you're fighting Strike Man and... I guess we'll find... Oh, no, you're... Zapetroid, you're fighting Strike Man
Yeah.
and... Oh, and again, you can double mash, Triple Blade.
Done.
I'm up next.
Alright. Bottom right.
Okay. Again?
Sorry, did I say bottom right?
You make me fight this guy again! Tool.
Twirl.
You know,
Do you want to not just... Oh.
Oh, you know
I
what?
will do as I please, thank
The
you very
setup.
much.
Do you want to not just base buster through his shield? Look at that.
Alright.
Where are we going?
We're going...
Top middle.
Sure.
I was about to say that. Alright, Water Shield. This fight feels like it's... Feels like you're using a boss weakness. Let's put it that way. Because you don't have to try that hard.
I'm going to slide back so you can sit. Excuse me.
Whoops.
You're going to knock everything over so you can wet my carpet.
Oh, no. It is a spill-proof glass.
Oh, well, you can just stand there too. That's also fine.
We can use the fire weapon.
So, once the boss fight gets going, if you want to press start, we'll get you a better weapon for this.
I don't know if it's a better weapon, but it...
You can try S-Blaze on the right side. Solar Blaze. Z-Saber's got the controller now. You
It's
can
a
only
better
fire
weapon
one
if
at
you
a
do
time.
this. Yeah. Oh, don't fire it off screen.
Yeah, when it explodes, it goes in both directions, so you can fire it pretty much anywhere, and it will eventually hit Chillman.
I am really sad that if you get frozen, Solar Blaze doesn't unfreeze you.
Oh, that is tragic, isn't it? Yeah, you got one.
Nice.
One more to go. And we're on our way to beating this game. And
Yep.
Middle right, maybe?
Yeah. I think that's the only
one
place.
left.
Yeah, and you're going to want to take out Wheel Cutter for this one.
Do I remember Greedy 109? The name rings a bell.
Right about. There you
Yeah, Cutter.
look at her.
go. Honestly, that's the best bet, is just to stand right next to him and just hit the button.
Yeah!
Got it.
Nicely done.
All right.
We win.
Back to you, Phusion.
Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Ah, the awesomest part of easy mode. Power-ups everywhere. You know what? I am going to... I wish I could take damage that I could have the satisfaction.
Oh.
Bro. How do I get here? Thank you. Hitting the wrong buttons.
What are we wasting time on?
Oh. Using a weapon tank so that I can hear that nice jingle when I get it. See? Alright, should we get the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? This is the fruits of our labor. Our all lowercase letters labor. This is another one of my favorite themes in the game. It's probably my favorite Wily boss.
It's
theme,
a
honestly.
really, really good one, boss.
It is. I agree.
I get,
Solar Blaze?
Super Arrow.
I know, but... Actually, yeah, I do have a strategy for Solar Blaze.
Yeah, the strategy is hit it.
Yeah.
That's really all there is to it.
Solar Blaze is annoying to me because it takes so long to get off screen.
But that went pretty quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, and this boss is pretty good. Again, once we get to the Wily stages, Wily 2 notwithstanding, I do start liking this game. Even playing as Mega Man. But so much of the early game is just intolerable to me. Yay!
Nice.
Use beat. Oh, passing it off back to Zapetroid.
Right. Any day now, base. Thanks. Come on, we gotta move on.
Cook a lesson he won't forget.
All right. So I played this on launch day when it came out on WiiWare with my friends, and I just remember being blown away by this. How long does it go on for?
And nobody noticed it was here.
That castle intro was perhaps one of my favorite, or absolute favorite
ignore
moments.
all the moles, apparently.
I would have preferred a different kind of final stage, but I think it's okay because you've got low gravity, you've got different architecture than you normally find moles in, and I like the upside down theme. I wish they would have done more with it. And that is a weapon tank.
That's a weapons tank, yeah. We have one. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
We're good.
tanked
We don't need.
No.
You fool.
Well.
Okay.
Let's leave.
Yes, that's right.
But I think it does make sense. Like, I appreciate having a final stage where you can grind for power-ups before going into the final boss in case you need a particular weapon. But yeah, I would have liked more than just this one gimmick the entire stage.
I think what else we're missing in Mega Man 10 is the ability to chew through these moles.
Yes.
In Mega Man 2, at least we have Leaf Shield.
Yeah.
And that makes it a lot more tolerable for me for those sections.
Well,
I guess M-Tanks do stick around even if you have one. In that case, I like the older games in which they just straight up don't appear, so that you don't know what you're missing. And since you can only have one at a time, we get 2 Wilys.
yeah. Somebody remind me what the weakness for this
Is it Chill Spike?
It is Chill
Yeah.
Spike.
It's Chill Spike.
It's not like a great weakness. You can't really spam it. Oh, well, I guess that doesn't matter, but it only does 2 damage to him. So.
What didn't register with me first, because I'm colorblind and I don't look for color, is that these two capsules have a different color Wily, and fortunately, even if you can't tell the color difference, the one Wily has a little jewel on his head,
Yeah.
so you can tell them apart. But the first time I played this, I'm like, how do I even know which one's the right one? I'm just guessing. Nice dodge.
Come on.
Woohoo!
All right.
We beat Robo-En's,
Base finally did it.
He saved the world.
He saved easy mode from us.
Yee.
And he saved us from easy mode.
You just never give up with your half-brain plans for world domination.
Mr. Sulu.
Something wrong with you?
I can't breathe in space!
Oh, you got a fever. How'd you end up catching robo-enza?
You absolute buffoon! Don't be ridiculous.
Well, see you around.
Oh, you're sick? I don't want to catch that. It's later.
A few days later.
And so, another plot hole, like, obviously Base does not care. So how did Wily get back home when Mega Man had to bring him home in his cutscene? Like, I'm sure Wily has another capsule somewhere that he can get home. But is he really going to check himself into a hospital and then... Oh, yay, we beat things.
Yeah,
Space,
2 achievements.
My theory is
The
that...
threat from Space Base.
So Wily felt so bad, he unboxed a mint condition copy of Dr. Mario.
Oh, since we're moving on to Mega Man 9, what would you say it got right or wrong compared to 10? I'm sure we'll talk about this more once we actually get into the game.
Yes.
But 9's level design, even though, as somebody pointed out, it feels a little bit fangamey in parts, I think 9 is a culmination of, you've been playing Mega Man, like, this is the 9th game in the series. We're going to do some wacky stuff.
Yeah.
But you've got enough practice, and you know how Mega Man handles, so you can deal with it. You can practice this. You can pull off some of these tricks. Like the that one spike jump in Jewel Man's stage right before the mini-boss.
A ton of them.
Yeah, there's a ton of them, but that's the one that always sticks out in my mind. Where it's the level design is, here are the abilities that you have, and we expect you to learn these abilities and play around with them and just be a good Mega Man player, and we'll throw all sorts of stuff at you, and, you know, we'll put together challenges that way. Mega Man 10 is, we're going to station enemies in the most obnoxious places possible so they can knock you into pits. And so it's more of a... They focus on the difficulty of what is the challenge here, how are we going to make this hard for the player, and Mega Man 9 is, what can the player do, what can we do to leverage that and give them fun opportunities to use everything at their disposal. I think that's the difference.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree with that.
Given that when I was getting back into 9 and 10 in preparation for this, and I found myself having a significantly more pleasant time with 9 all around, I think that holds true.
Yeah. Ace is also right on the nose here. 9's weapon set is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
In Mega Man 10, you only have Triple Blade, basically.
Yeah. and the Mega Man killer weapons.
Which we didn't have.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, if we were playing as Mega Man, I definitely would have made a more concerted effort to use the special weapons more, because that's just the way I play Mega Man. I try to make sure that all of my utilities are used fairly equally.
And Mega Man is way more limited than Base, in mobility and in aim.
Yeah.
So
But playing as Base, especially on easy mode, there's just no reason to use the special weapons. So
you meet virtually no resistance.
yeah.
I wanted to say... Did
I even use Rebound Striker a single time?
I don't know that you did.
I want to say that my personal theory for how Dr. Wily got into the hospital is Mega Man played the entire game right after Base did, and he fought Dr. Wily again, and the whole thing went the way it did in his cutscene.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Honestly, if in chat here, if 10 had Trident, the weapon set would be that much better for it.
Yeah.
At least 2 weapons that are good, useful, versatile.
Yeah.
And yes, I do want to second someone in the chat. This is my favorite credits song in the entire series.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
It's grown on me.
Mega Man 4.
But also, it's hard watching this end credit sequence after 9's.
Yeah.
Because 9, you have all those little character cards of what's everybody doing afterwards. And this is... stars. We've done stars before. Now, granted, we're going into the stars instead of them just scrolling horizontally past us, which is cool. But this is also a classic Windows screensaver.
Yeah.
And you know,
except it's an 8-bit.
Yeah, except it's an 8-bit.
This would be better if they were birds.
It would be better in a game before Mega Man 9.
It would be better if we had the Robot Master spinning out of control closer toward the camera, you know, mode 7.
It would be better if I took this opportunity to go to the bathroom, since I don't have to play next. I'll be right back.
See ya.
Yeah, I get the feeling we're going to start being we're going to start disappearing individually, taking a couple of breaks because where I am right now it's 12:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's getting to be about lunchtime for some of us, and probably some bathroom breaks, maybe a nap. So we may be on reduced staff for a little bit.
And that might even be in the cards for someone in the room.
Yeah. Is it almost pizza time? Since I beat Mega Man 6, it is always pizza time.
I'm gonna beat it again today.
Thanks, Ace. I'm glad. It was nice to have you here. Yeah, no pizza tonight. We have other plans for dinner. Yep, catch you on the server, Ace.
It can always be pizza time for you, though.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-oo. Well, no, you didn't miss all the action, Blue Bomber. Just all of the action of 11 and 10. We're getting ready to move on to 9. And once again, I'm going to stop my local recording. Going to put on the title card there just to obscure everything that I'm doing, hopefully. And then we'll get into Mega Man 9 in just a minute. Nice to have you here too, Bede. And anybody who I've missed coming and going, greetings and salutations and farewell. So we're going to stop this recording for YouTube. Hooray! And then... yes, we womped Wily. Yes. And now...
Our bomber wasn't blue. What are you talking about?
And we'll see you for Mega Man 9 in just a moment.